53 minutes past the hour, President Trump pushing forward with his campaign promises by way of several high-profile executive actions. Yesterday, he barred more than 134 million people from the United States, blocking immigrants from 7 Muslim-majority nations, a move the administration calls a, quote, mandate to keep America safe.
Now, some are celebrating those executive actions, but some of the actions could be killed by the courts. Here to help us sort it out, attorney Pate. Paige, good to have you back.
Great to be here.
Let's start with this ban. There's a tweet that came out from the ACLU overnight, and we know they do more than tweet. They actually file lawsuits.
Right.
Let me read it for you. They tweeted out, Trump's extreme vetting of Muslims goes against the Constitution, freedom of speech, and religion, and they go on to say that prejudice by the Trump administration will not be tolerated there. What's the strength of a potential legal case against this?
There is some merit to it. Obviously, the president has a lot of authority to control who comes in and out of the United States. That's one of the executive branch's most important duties. But if you use executive orders or if you use policy to restrict people based upon religion, then you've got a problem with the First Amendment. So I think it's not so much what's in the order, but how it's carried out.
Okay. Also on the top of the list, sanctuary cities.
Right.
Let's listen to several big city mayors here talking about their commitment to some of those undocumented immigrants in their cities. Let's watch.
I want to be clear, we're going to stay a sanctuary city.
If necessary, we will use City Hall itself to shelter and protect anyone who's targeted unjustly.
I'm talking to all mayors in this country.
Are the mayors going to unite to draw a line in the sand?
We want the federal government to protect those folks who've gotten temporary legal status, and we want the overall system to be fixed.
And some of these mayors have said that they will shelter people in City Hall if necessary. I mean, explain the municipal authority that protects those undocumented immigrants and the governments from the federal government.
Well, it's very complicated, but I actually think this executive order is the one that's most likely to be found unconstitutional.
Yeah.
What the president is trying to do here is add conditions to laws passed by Congress that gives money to different cities and municipalities. A president can enforce laws, but only Congress can write laws. So when the president comes in and says, I'm not going to send you money because you're not following a particular policy I want you to follow, there's a constitutional problem, a separation of powers. The president is becoming the lawmaker and not just the law enforcer. The other problem with this is the federal government cannot tell local officials what to do. They can't basically come in and say, okay, city police officers, you're going to enforce federal immigration law. That's another constitutional problem. So if you're a municipality and you've issued instructions, regulations, laws, ordinances to your officials to do something that's inconsistent with federal policy, the constitutional argument is the feds can't change that. You have that authority.
Certainly some challenges on the horizon.
No question.
Paige Pate, thank you so much.
Thank you, Victor.
All right.